guys, and welcome to this very quick video. First of all, I'd like to apologise for my appearance. I have got in from work. I literally came in, cooked some dinner, threw on some foundation, drew my eyebrows on, and that's that. I'm still a bit grubby, won't lie to you. But on with what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about my predictions for American Horror Story number 7, Cult. Now, first of all, I want to just say I love American Horror Story. Every single season has been obviously very different. It's an anthology rather than a continuous story. But last season, season 6 Roanoke, was just, and I'm with the majority here, I think, an absolute flop. I think they tried to do something very different, and I love the shows that they tried to mimic. Like, I love My Ghost Story, Paranormal Witness, Paranormal Survivor, all that sort of show I really enjoy. But I thought they would do more stories, so they would do half a season on that story and then they'd go to a completely different story, but whatever. I just thought it was very weird. I think in the long run it's going to be like one of those filler seasons that is going to tie everything together so people understand the long-term story a bit better, because there is an underlying story, definitely, like it's been confirmed and everything like that. But yeah, so season 7 is going to have to be better than season 6. I'm debating whether or not to rewatch season 6 because I didn't like Coven at first, which is season 3. But then I rewatched it and I really enjoyed it. So maybe if I rewatch Roanoke, I don't know. But season 7, the trailers as usual are quite ambiguous. Obviously we know it's about a cult, and we know some of the characters and their political swaying and that sort of thing, but I think season 7 is going to be much more like season 2 and season 4 in the way that it isn't going to be necessarily a supernatural or you know, that sort of like paranormal, alien, ghost sort of thing. I think it's going to be more about the horror of humanity. So obviously in Asylum it was disregarding the aliens. It was the horror of what went on in mental hospitals, how they were treated, you know, it was very barbaric, and it is still within recent history. It was only in the 60s. And the same with Freak Show, that was also a horror of humanity way, in the way that these freaks, how they were treated, the fact that we had freak shows, and all of that, and of course Dandy's little kooky murderous rampage. So I think Cult is going to go along those lines. The only thing that makes me think that they're not is, I can't remember in which trailer I saw it in, but Twisty, who was one of the villains in Freak Show, comes back. Now I don't know how they're going to do that, because obviously Twisty died under the influence of Edward Mordrake in season 4, so maybe because there's a lot of clown things going on, maybe he's like the cult icon, like a deity or something like that, unless of course they do bring back Edward Mordrake, which I don't see why, because yeah, I don't see why they would bring them back. But I can see how there could be a crossover with another season as well. So there's obviously the Twisty one, maybe because it is the humanity sort of thing, I don't know. Maybe they could cross over, I don't know, not with 2 or 4 because they're so in the past, and 2 has already been crossed over. I've like got it written down, so 2 has been crossed with 6, 2 has been crossed with 4, I think that's it. There's loads of crossovers. So maybe there'll be characters from season 3, which is a modern day one as well. Maybe they'll make appearances. Obviously Queenie was in Hotel. Maybe some characters from Hotel, but then how? Because they can't leave the hotel. I don't know. I can't see how one can have any either because they can't leave Murder House. So the only way I can think of there's a crossover with modern day is through season 3. But yeah, but I think, going back to my Horror of Humanity point, I think there must be some form of, it's going to be political basically. It's just, you can just tell it's going to be very political, and I wonder how it's going to be received because of that, because obviously, you know, Trump did win. I think that whole campaign, as an outsider's point of view, it showed, it did show like a cultish way that America has, that they will blindly follow a leader, I suppose. And like, to say that in an American TV show, which is going to be broadcast all around the world, is so controversial. I think American mindset, please don't hate on me in this, but I think it is very indoctrinated, is that the right word? Indoctrinated, whatever that word is, but you know what I mean, where like you get conditioned for a certain society, and I think that's what they're going to be focusing on, but I could be completely wrong. So to wrap this up very quickly, yeah, Horror of Humanity, I think it's going to be political and possibly a crossover, definitely with season 4 and possibly with season 3, but that's just my speculation on that one. I will do my first impressions video on this, but that won't be until at least Thursday, because tomorrow I'm going to my sister's and then Wednesday I am going to her graduation, so I won't actually get to watch it until Thursday. If you have liked this video, then please give me a thumbs up, comment below. I'd like to know your favourite season of American Horror Story, and also your predictions for season 7 Cult. And if you really like this video and you want to see more from my channel, then please hit the subscribe button. Sorry about the siren. And until next time guys, bye.